Okay, let's get to the introduction out of the way. My name is Jeff. I was born in 1999, and now the year is 2010. I miss the 2000s. Such good movies, books, TV shows, cartoons, and video games, and also my father had somewhat of a rough time. He told me about when he was 22. He had a friend named Matt and had a machine that would travel to any type of movies. But when he was 22, it was like the movies like Willow, Top Gun, Dirty Dancing, and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, The Karate Kid, the Indiana Jones trilogy, Batman 1989, Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, and The Return of the Jedi, The Goonies, Ghostbusters, and Back to the Future. But when he was kidnapped by his own friend, he then realized that he was being played by his own friend. He then explained that he had been invented by his father and he had to travel to the twisted version, not knowing what the twisted version of the 70s movies like Grease, Superman, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, Rocky, Jaws, and Star Wars A New Hope. Well, then he had sent my father to a disturbing version of the 90s movies like Men in Black, Home Alone, Forrest Gump, Edward Scissorhands, Saving Private Ryan, The Matrix, Jurassic Park, and Titanic. But he was later then saved by Matt's father, who had to send the police to his own son, and he got arrested. But just to get that out of the way, I was walking home from school till my friend Tom asked me if all I wanted to do was to go to his house for once. I said my homework was already done, and I replaced with, yeah, but I have to get approval from my parents. Luckily, I had my homework done, and I had my parents' approval to go to my friend's house. So I was walking down to my friend's house. He looked at me from the basement for some reason, and he took me some weird looking contraception for some reason. Then he turns out and I teleported to some weird estimated future. But however, they were doing some rag dancing at one of those cars. They had demonic Totoro from the dorm of the short film and to the Fast and Furious. Yes, wait, I think Tom has done the same thing to what Matt did to my father twice in the past. I thought to myself, he has sent me to disturbing versions of the movies, except for me, it was the 2000s movies. My thoughts continued. But anyways, I continued to watch the drag of the race of Tom and the unknown competitor. It turns out that the competitor was cheated by pulling out a rocket launcher and killing Dom. And then I saw a portal that would lead me to probably another movie. It turns out that I was right and I was in Transformers 2007, but it was overcome by deceptions and not the Autobot that was around to save anybody. I have sensed my intruder in my deceptions. Now get this intruder. Megatron told his deceptions. Luckily, I escaped by going through the portal to the next movie, and I was on a pirate ship. I once entered the next out of the portal so that I had to be in the Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. But I just saw Jack Sparrow dead on the ground, as if Davy Jones killed him. What are you doing here? Do you want to die too? Davy Jones told me. Luckily, before Davy Jones could kill me, I escaped to the next portal, and then I ended up in X2. X-Men United, but all the X-Men members have been killed by Monterrego, and the city have been overrun by him and his minions. Luckily, I found another portal, and I ran through the portal, leading me to Avatar. Not the last Airbender anime that aired on Nickelodeon, the movie with the blue species called Na'vi, except for the humans that killed all the Na'vi, leading them to now extinct. I found another portal that leads me to the next movie, being Star Trek 2009, except I found the dead bodies of the heroes like the main ship called the Enterprise. I was exploring the ship until I saw another portal that would lead me to the next movie. By the time this was Spider-Man movie that started with Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, but New York was very vandalized, Spider-Man was reported dead, and the Green Goblin has taken everyone in the city under his control. Now I just wouldn't want to be killed by these Green Goblins or any of his goons, as if I found the portal and went through to the next movie. It looked like I was in a Harry Potter movie, The Sorcerer's Stone, except the Hogwarts were very destroyed, as if the Voldemort and his army had attacked the Hogwarts before even the events of the Deathly Hallows. But as I was walking through the destroyed Hogwarts, I saw Vermont killed with all the other students, professors, headmistresses, Dumbledore, Quidditch, the coach Madame Hoach, and the nurse Madame Promisifree, and the caretaker Miss Filch. Before Vermont had a chance to kill me, I found another portal and escaped. The next movie I was in was Iron Man, was the movie that kicked off a successful cinematic universe with all the superheroes. But like the X-Men and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man series from the Iron Man dead and the villain Asquith and the stone he had in his henchmen overran his day, I found another portal that would lead me to another portal, so I stepped through and ended up in a Lord of the Rings. I followed the fellow township of the Ring, except the heroes were more Frodo, Samwise, Merry Pippin, Aragorn, Prominent, Legolas, Gandalf, and Gimli were all dead on the ground as if the world has been overcome by orcs. Then I found one more portal that I stepped through, and it was a vandalized version of Gotham City from The Dark Knight. And the city was overrun by the Joker and his henchmen. The two were faced, but luckily I got rescued from the malfunction. As I came to safety, it pulled back to the real world. And the same thing could have happened to Tom. Like his father and his grandfather had to call the cops on him so he wouldn't do it again. As soon as Tom was away, I found a sledgehammer and destroyed the machine. Now I gotta get home. My mom and dad are probably expecting me to come home. And that, my little pretties, are the movies from the 2000s disturbing. A creepypasta written by Mario and Sonic Fan 1000. Mario and Sonic Fan 1000, I want to thank you so much for the story. Now, let's get on with the review, shall we? Okay. Overall, I found this story to be an interesting one, in fact. Just like with the 80s one, the 70s one, and even the 90s one, this one actually did pretty good. I could definitely say that the grammar of this story was absolutely amazing and really well done. The grammar is good, I can definitely say that. The punctuation was good. The sentence structuring worked out nicely. The storyline of how it all went out and everything about it was just flat out amazing. Like, if it was just a real, basically a real, if it was actually real, and it's pretty interesting too. To be completely honest, I definitely have to say that right now that, this is actually one of the greatest movies, pastas that you've written so far, Mario and Sonic Fan. I know there was a couple other ones that I do know, but this one is actually pretty nice. And I do have to really say, this one was actually pretty nice and really amazing and well done. I definitely have to say it. You did a pretty good job there. So, I'm definitely going to say that right now, that this story was absolutely amazing and really well done. And I do have to say, it's actually pretty cool, to be completely honest. So, alright. What I do like about this is that basically how it went out. Basically a person going through the portals each time. Just like with the other ones, I do have to say it's a little repetitive. But I'm just going to say that right now, that I'm willing to excuse that. Because with the other portals, like from our movies from 80s, 90s, 70s disturbing, it's basically the same thing. Kind of like, going through each and every portal. But except it's not, cliched. I could definitely say it's not really cliched or anything like that. Just to, confirm everything, it's not cliched. That's a plus. I could definitely say that that's a plus for this. So I'm definitely going to have to say right now that this story was absolutely amazing, really well done, and very amazing indeed. I do have to say it's pretty good in my opinion. So I could definitely say this one was actually a pretty good concept. Now, I do have to say though, if you're going to write another story like this, people, if you're going to like any of this story, but I could definitely say this one was actually pretty good. So I'm definitely going to say right now, this story was actually pretty amazing and really well done. I do have to say, it's actually pretty interesting when you come to think of it. So I actually found this story to be rather good in my opinion. I do have to say, it's actually really good. So yeah, I do have to say, it's a pretty good concept. Now, I definitely have to say there was, definitely some neat stuff that I do have to say. There was like a lot of neat stuff that I do have to say that I really do like about it. So I do definitely have to say that now. But it's just it's a great concept. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to say that it's a great concept. But, I definitely have to say, sorry for a couple of brain farts, because, I actually, have to say that, it's great concepts. So, yeah. I'm definitely have to say that I really just say the grammar was actually really good, so that's definitely, really good. Like, the grammar was good. I definitely have to say right now, it's to be completely honest. The sentence structuring worked out nicely. The everything about it was just flat out amazing. I definitely have to say, it's a great concept. So, Mario and Sonic fan, if you're gonna read me more stories, I highly recommend you do more stories. If you choose to make more stories, I highly recommend you do more stories. So, yeah. With that being said, I definitely have to say it was not bad. It's pretty interesting. Could be slightly better, but other than that, the story was actually really good, really well made, and awesome. Definitely awesome, and I definitely have to say, there's definitely lots of time and effort into the story, so that's definitely a plus there. So that is definitely a plus that I can definitely say right now that was absolutely amazing and really well done. So I guess I'm gonna have to, kind of wrap up the review a little bit just so that way I can definitely kind of, do some stuff. So, well, I guess I could just maybe wrap up the review because the review, as long as it is, I already did explain some stuff, but if I have to make any more explanations, that would be for another time. Okay, so as I'm going to say right now, that this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of the story would have to be I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. Just a 9 out of 10 because, with the going through the portals and all that, it's a little, cliched per se. But, I definitely have to say, it's actually a really, good concept, which I definitely have to say. So, that's definitely a plus that I can definitely say right now. So, yeah. Alright, now I'm just gonna say right now that this is just simply my own personal opinion. But anyways, with that being said, I am going to, basically wrap up the review. So, alright, anyways, what did you all think about this creepypasta? Did you all enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you're brand new here to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell when I upload so that you guys won't miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm out of here. And I'll be catching you all in the next video. So if you're new to my channel, yet again, I just said it before, I'm not going to say it again. But anyways, I will be catching you all in the next video. So yeah, I will be seeing you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I'll be seeing you all in the next video and roll the outro because I'm out and I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.